10 Laws of Success by Dr. Myles Munroe. Do you wonder what sets successful people apart? Are they special than everyone else? I will share with you 10 laws of success inspired by Dr. Myles Munroe to change your mindset about success and help you scale to your destiny. We all want to be successful, but not everyone understands what success is. Success is not a pursuit, as most people assume it to be. If it were so, then LeBron James won't have been one of the greatest basketballers of our time. Success is a result of obedience to some laws. So, just like failure, success is predictable because of the laws attached to it. In the case of LeBron James, he had to obey the laws of hard work and persistence, and success followed him. Everything God created was designed to succeed, and that includes you. There's a condition, nonetheless, and it's called the law. By following God's laws, success is inevitable. Some people compare themselves to others, and if they beat them, they call it success. But that is not it. Success is not a comparison of what you've done with what others have done. No! True success is what you have done compared to what you could have done. Therefore, success is the fulfillment of your original purpose. Your life is measured by what you have done compared to what God purposed in your life. Now, can you call yourself a success? Have you fulfilled God's original purpose in your life? If not, then you should live by these 10 laws of success as depicted by Dr. Myles Munroe that I am going to share. But before then, if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel to continue receiving great videos like this. Also, check in the description below some excellent resources that will change your life from good to the life you deserve. Here are Dr. Munroe's 10 laws of success that I call the P laws of success because they all start with a P. Number 1. Law of purpose, destiny. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but life without a purpose. You must discover your purpose in life to be successful. Purpose is when you know and understand what you were born to accomplish. Birds, for example, were created to fly. Once they do, they fulfill their purposes. So, what were you born to accomplish? To answer that, you have to find your gift as you were born to do something special. Don't be a pigeon if you were created to be an eagle. That's not fulfilling your purpose. Success is making it to the end of your purpose. Success is not just existing. Success is making it to the end of why you were born. Purpose leads to destiny, and you can only realize your destiny if you discover your purpose in life. Takeaway: you have to find the one thing that God has purposed you to accomplish and pursue it. That is how you become successful. Number 2. Law of perception, vision. Knowing your purpose is not enough. You have to cultivate your perception. Simply put, you must see your purpose. The poorest man in the world is a man without a dream, but the most frustrated man in the world is the man with a dream that never becomes a reality. While purpose is knowing and understanding what you were born to accomplish, vision is when you see it in your mind and begin to imagine it. I think that the greatest gift that God ever gave man is not the gift of sight, but the gift of vision. When you believe in your dream and your vision, then it begins to attract its own resources. Remember, you are capable of much more than you are presently thinking, imagining, doing, or being. So, if your vision dies within you, you failed. Takeaway: it's time you discover and cultivate your perception. Vision is critical to fulfillment of your purpose. Number 3, law of potential, ability. You must understand your potential. Your future is not ahead of you, it's trapped within you. Once you realize that, you'll understand your potential, and that is key to success. You must believe in your potential more than people's assessment of you. Some of the most successful people today had someone discourage and look down on them at some point, but that didn't kill their dream. They trusted in their ability, and the culmination of that is a success. Remember, God never demands anything that He does not provide for. Whatever God commands us to do, He equips us to do. Takeaway: God has equipped you to pursue and accomplish your purpose. You have all it takes to serve your gift to the world. Believe this and act on it, and you'll become successful. Number 4, law of passion, desire. You must be passionate about your purpose and potential. Love what you are capable of doing so that you can become what you always wanted to become. Passion means that your desire is stronger than your disappointments, opposition, and even death. Desire is craving enough to sacrifice for. So, you have to want success so badly to make some sacrifices. It may mean going without luxuries to save up or invest, or sacrificing your time to learn a new skill or try a new trade. Takeaway: if you desire it, then you are more likely to achieve it. Number 5, law of principles, laws. Everything in life is built on principles. Plants, seas, and birds, all of the natural elements of nature. They all follow and obey certain basic fundamental principles. God designed the world in such a way that everything functions on principles. Principles are eternal laws established and inherent in creation that makes creation function. So, you must live by principles or laws that are established to achieve success. Successful people have principles that protect their purpose and vision. So, you must set principles to protect your desire and perception. God expects us to live by principles, and that's why there is the Bible. The Holy Book is the book of law and shows us what God expects of us. Takeaway: you cannot become successful without setting up some principles and living by them. Do not violate laws because they'll violate you instead. Number 6, law of planning, strategy. You have to plan your strategy to become successful. What do you really want to do as a person? You need to stop and document that. Write it down. Make a plan. And then God says, I'll direct your steps. So, it's best if you start planning. Planning is the highest expression of faith in God. It shows that you are expectant of God to fulfill His purpose in life. Planning is the act of capturing God's will in your life. You give God a platform to work in your life and bring your vision to fulfillment. Takeaway: he who fails to plan is planning to fail. So, not planning is not an option, as it means courting failure. Number 7, law of people, influence. You must protect yourself from the wrong people. People are dangerous. Thus, gather the right people and avoid the wrong ones. Don't judge your success by the masses and what they think of you. Judge yourself by what God told you to do. That means it's only God's opinion that matters. People will always have an outlook about you, but their opinion shouldn't define or dictate you. Don't depend on people to get your value, as God has already put value in you. He says in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." God's purpose is, therefore, for you to have hope and a future, which is another word for being successful. Don't accept the opinion of others because they don't see what great and valuable potential is inside of you. Takeaway: keep off the negative energy from you to realize God's purpose in your life and become successful. Number 8, law of persistence, commitment. There will always be resistance around you. There will always be people who don't believe you or your vision. So, you have to get used to it as it's part of the process. The most successful people in life had to face numerous challenges and mountains of resistance, but they persisted. They were committed to their purpose, vision, and principles. Takeaway: you must stay committed to your purpose to achieve success. Number 9, law of perseverance, dedication. You don't just have to be persistent to succeed, but also persevere. Fight to achieve your dream. For you to be successful, you should dust off when you fall and always pick yourself up. You have to tell yourself, "I'm going to try again. I'm going to pick myself up and try again and again." Remember, dreams won't come to you. You have to go after them, and that calls for perseverance. Nothing comes easy in life. You need to anchor yourself strongly to withstand life's turbulence. Don't give up. Success just takes time. When facing severe challenges, your mind is normally at its sharpest. Takeaway: no matter the challenges you face along the way, you must stay dedicated. Persevere all so that you can achieve all. Number 10, law of prayer, spiritual reserve. Lastly, you must have a spiritual reserve. You must have to go to the one that gave you number 1. You must petition the source of your purpose. Prayer means having a daily relationship with God, who's the source of success. Time spent in prayer is not time wasted, but time invested. Once you understand that, it becomes easier to spend more time with God. And the more time you do it, the more you let Him know about your desires. God will always answer prayers. Takeaway: pray often. Pray for your purpose, vision, potential, and everything else I've shared. Generally, success is not up to God, but up to you. God says in Matthew 16:19, "I'll give you the keys of the kingdom." You have the keys, that is, to obey the rules, and then God will help. So, if you don't get to the future God created for you, you would have failed. Here is another excellent video for you. 4 Keys to Becoming Christian Billionaire by Dr. Myles Munroe. Until next time, take care